Hello, my name is Yashar Doğan. I am a solicitor advocate at Redstone Solicitors, specializing in UK immigration and nationality law. In another more detailed video, we provided an overview of the sponsor license scheme. This video will focus specifically on the sponsor license for the skilled worker route. Let's begin. Can you remind me what a sponsor license is? In order to be able to recruit and employ a person who isn't a settled worker, or who doesn't otherwise have immigration permission to work in the UK, you'll need to be authorized by the Home Office. This authorization is called a sponsor license. What are the requirements my business needs to meet to be eligible for a sponsor license? There are certain general requirements and route-specific requirements. The general requirements apply to all categories of sponsor license. These are: 1. Your business must be a genuine organization operating lawfully in the UK. Please note that this requirement is slightly different for the UK expansion worker route. 2. You must be honest, dependable, reliable, and haven't engaged in behavior or actions that aren't conducive to the public good. 3. You must be capable of carrying out your sponsor duties and evidencing your compliance in a time frame and manner as set out in the relevant Home Office guidance. The route-specific requirements relating to the skilled worker route are: you must be able to offer employment that's genuine and meets the salary and the skill level requirements for the skilled worker route. There must also be a direct employer-employee relationship between your business and the worker. What key personnel would I need to appoint in relation to my business's sponsor license? Before you submit your application for a sponsor license, you need to identify and appoint certain key personnel. Your business must have an authorizing officer who will have ultimate responsibility for the management of your sponsor license and for ensuring that your sponsor duties are met. You'll also need to appoint a key contact to act as the main contact between the Home Office and your business, and a level 1 user to carry out the day-to-day sponsorship activities using the Sponsorship Management System, SMS. All of the key personnel roles can be filled by the same person or a combination of different people. The authorizing officer needs to be the most senior person in your organization responsible for the recruitment of all migrant workers, or if there isn't such a person, the most senior person responsible for the organization's activities as a licensed sponsor. Your legal representative can undertake the key contact role. Each of your key personnel must be based in the UK for the period they'll fill the role, not have any unspent criminal convictions for a relevant offence, civil penalties or other adverse background, and they must be a paid member of staff or an office holder, such as a company director or secretary. What documents do I need to submit with my application for a sponsor license? The documents you'll need to provide in support of your application depend on the circumstances of your business and the application. Generally speaking, you'll need to provide at least 4 mandatory documents showing your business is genuine and lawfully operating in the UK, such as proof of its registration for PAYE and VAT purposes, its employer's liability insurance, and the latest business bank statement. You'd also need to provide certain information about your business, the proposed job role you seek to fill, and why you need a sponsor license. In addition, the Home Office may require seeing some or all of your policies, procedures, and systems relating to recruitment and human resources to see whether they are adequate to enable you to fulfill your duties as a sponsor. How long does it take to obtain a sponsor license? Sponsor license applications typically take up to 8 weeks to be processed by the Home Office. There's a priority service that will reduce the processing time to 10 working days. At the time of recording this video, this service costs £500. How much does it cost to obtain a sponsor license? At the time of recording this video, the application fee paid to the Home Office for small companies and charities is £536, and it's £1,476 for medium or large companies. Of course, these fees are subject to change. If you use the services of a legal representative, you'll need to add their professional fees. How does the application process work? You'll need to apply for a sponsor license first by completing an application form, secondly paying the application fee, and finally, within 5 working days of submitting your application, sending all of your relevant supporting documents and information to the Home Office. As legal representatives, we can help you complete the application form, advise on the required supporting documents, and draft representations in support of your sponsor license application. However, as a legal requirement, the application must be submitted to the Home Office by yourselves. How long will my sponsor license be valid for? Your license usually stays valid as long as you continue to meet the eligibility requirements. Is there a right of appeal if my application is refused? There's no right of appeal if your application is refused, and depending on the reasons for the refusal, you could be banned from submitting a new application for a cooling off period of 6 or 12 months. If your application has been refused due to a caseworker error, you can ask for a review of your application, or you can make a fresh application. If the refusal is unlawful, unreasonable, or procedurally improper, you may consider applying for judicial review. It's very important that you prepare and submit your application properly, as the remedies we've just mentioned may be time-consuming and very costly. How can Redstone Solicitors help me obtain a sponsor license? As a firm of solicitors specializing in UK immigration and nationality law, we can help you assess whether your business's conditions meet the requirements for a sponsor license. If your business doesn't meet the requirements, we can help you with preparing your business for the process, for example, by identifying and preparing policies, procedures, and systems needed for compliance purposes. We can also help you identify and gather information and documents needed to make your sponsor license application. We can provide you or your appointed key personnel with advice, assistance, and representation in your business's sponsor license application process. We can also draft legal representations which can be submitted in support of your license application. We hope that this video has given you an overview of the Skilled Worker Sponsor License Scheme, the requirements you need to satisfy to obtain one, and the application process. There will be further videos on this topic. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments below. Goodbye for now.